Hi guys, I am back with another video. 2026 is about to change the game of fantasy. Anime is leading the charts, demon lords raising babies, appraisers destroying enemies, and princesses rewriting their own fate. This year's lineup is unlike anything we haven't seen before. If you are not watching this, you are going to be left behind. These are the top 10 most anticipated fantasy and isekai anime of 2026. So let's get dive into it. In number 10, we have reincarnated as a sword. He did not get reincarnated as a hero, he got reincarnated as a saint and sword and became the reason his wielder is currently unstoppable. Reincarnated as a sword returns for a season 2 very soon in 2026, where the story of the Unlimited duo continues as they journey get to the far more stronger. The main character dies and gets reincarnated as a sentinel sword, gaining skills and abilities while searching for someone worthy to wield him. He eventually meets then Fern, a former slave from the Black Cat tribe. The two form a powerful duo, acting as both her weapon and her mentor. Now, what makes so damn addictive is the duo progression system. Instead of one overpowering character, you get a master and a student dynamic relationship where both characters grow stronger together, combining intelligence, combat, and even more emotional development into one super satisfying partnership in Isekai. This is definitely the one of the most anticipated Isekai of the year. I cannot wait to see this. In number 9, we have a tale of a secret saint. This young lady is one of the strongest beings in the entire world, but if anyone finds her, well, they might face death again. There is here a tale of the secret saint. This is the reincarnation is actually one of the most satisfying overpowered main character, forced to hide her identity type to concept which creates constant tension and even payoff. Now here we have the main character protagonist named Tia, who is born into a family of knights and seen as a talentless and weak girl who has no future, but after a near-death experience with a dragon and she was supposed to kill, she remembers her past life as a legendary saint who once defeated the great demon king and now regains all of her powers. The twist, she refuses to even reveal it because in her past life being a saint did lead to her doom eventually. So now she decides to hide her identity while trying to live as a normal knight. Now what's going to make it so good is consistent suppression of power. She is casually is one of the strongest actors in the world, but she has to pretend to be the weak purposely, creating the satisfying contrast every time she accidentally shows her true powers. Number 8, from old country bumpkin to master swordsman, season 2. Barrel's retirement was never going to last. Season 2 picks up after the first season, quiet but deeply satisfying revelations, and the world around Barrel is anything but quiet now. A dangerous rival swordsman is closing in. The liberation order is fracturing from within. The every student Barrel even trained is being pulled into a conflict far bigger than any of them anticipated. But here's what makes this show different. Barrel never panics, never boasts. He just moves with calm precision of someone who has already seen every kind of battle the world can throw at him. Season 2 promises deeper lore, harder fights, and emotional arcs that will genuinely catch you off guard. The warmth of the season 1 is still here, but this time is wrapped around something far more intense. If you think you know what Barrel is capable of, season 2 is about to prove you wrong. In number 7, we have really interesting anime. It's called Kusunoki's Garden of Gods. Nobody warned Minato Kusunoki that moving into an old countryside house could completely destroy his concept and normal life. The place was crawling with evil spirits and he dealt with them the way the most people sweat files effortlessly without breaking a sweat. But that's not even the interesting part. Once the evil flared, but the something far stranger moved in. Gods, actual gods, they are powerful and completely unbothered by personal boundaries, all drawn to the purified energy Minato accidentally creates. Now his house is basically a divine waiting room and he is somehow in charge. What makes Kusunoki's Garden of Gods is genuinely compelling is the tension between Minato overwhelming strength and his complete inability to control his own living situation. He can defeat anything except the chaos of his own home. If you are looking for something that hits differently, equal parts supernatural action, dry humor, unexpected warmth, and actually calm, so this one is going to be surprise you in the best way possible. Number 6, the villager of level 999. Every fantasy world has a class system and every class system has a bottom rank. Koji Kagami sits right there, leveled a villager the weakest role imaginable, just minutes before he gets the chance to speak, but nobody bothered to check his level 999, not through chose one destiny, not through a divine blessing handed to him on a simple platter. But through years of relentless, brutal, solitary grinding that nobody witnesses and nobody rewarded, Koji did not want to get it the glory he did for it money. Cold, calculated, completely indifferent to the world around him until Alice walks into his fire, the daughter of a demon lord herself, as suddenly the most emotionally detached person in the entire fantasy world has to figure out something no amount of grinding could ever prepare for him: a human connection, the weakest class, the highest level, and a story that is harder than it has any right to. In number 5, we have Magic Explorer. For fans who enjoyed a trapped in a dating simulator, then a having very similar, this here is a addictive side character who breaks the entire story, which is, extremely satisfied to actually watch the right now in the current trend of anime. The main character, Kyosuke, he gets reincarnated into a dating simulator world, but not as a hero. He actually became a useless comic relief, best friend, or a side character. A type of character who is not even supposed to stay, relevant. He is so irrelevant completely in the story. Now it's just going to be great because of the complete revelation against the script, because he is going to break it. Instead of accepting his role, he uses his game knowledge and obsession with magic to train, grow stronger, and actually eventually challenge the true protagonist while accidentally attracting the heroine's meant for someone else. So yeah, this means he is going to have a harem, but yeah, this is actually created by Studio White Fox, and ecchi harem anime that is focused around a dating simulator is probably going to be trash, but hey, it seems interesting and I am all to it. Watch it their way. Now here I have something quite interesting. It's a villainous anime, but I don't think we have seen something like this before. Number 4, I became a legend after my 10-year long last stand. Most heroes get to go home. Luck did not when his entire party fled from an unstoppable demon army. Somebody had to stay behind, and Luck made the choice without hesitation. One match, no backup, no reinforcement, just an endless tide of demonic hordes and man who refused to fall for 10 over years straight. What followed wasn't just in survival, it was transformation. Every battle sharpened him. Every wave of the enemies that came and failed to break him only added another layer, the legend growing around his name. And now he is back, victorious, alive in a world and turned into a myth while he was still breathing. But there's the part nobody talks about: what happens to a man after he's already done the impossible. The war is over, the legend is written, and Luck was absolutely no idea who he is without a battlefield beneath his feet. This isn't just another power fantasy, it's about the weight of surviving somebody nobody else could. Number 3, the Warrior Princess and the Barbarian King. I know it sounds interesting. Serafina de Levian did not lose. She was simply outnumbered. The strongest female knight in the West rode into the barbarian territory with a mission: eliminate the threat, return home victorious. Instead, she found herself captured, disarmed, and face to face with the man she came to destroy, King Vior. And he did not want her dead, he wanted her hand in marriage. What follows isn't simple romance, it's a collision. Two people forged by completely opposite worlds, opposite codes of honor, and opposite definition of strength, now forced to share the same place and figure out what to do with each other. Serafina brings discipline and pride and fury that never fully cools, and Via brings patience, quiet confidence, and a depth that constantly catches her off guard. Neither is the willing to bend, neither can afford to. The production team delayed the entire anime just to get it right, and that kind of commitment to quality shows before a single episode airs. If you want a fantasy romance that actually earns every moment, this is it. Number 2, Clevetus Season 2. The most feared creature in the world is changing diapers now. Let's just think it. Clevetus is one of the four lords, a dark beast, a monster so catastrophically powerful that the entire armies were built specifically to stop him. Is now the reluctant guardian of an orphan royal infant. He did not ask for this, nobody did, but here he is dragging along a dead hero he personally rejected just to handle the parts of childcare he finds beneath him. Season 1 blindsided everyone, a show that advertises darkness and delivers something far more complicated, brutally and wrapped around the warmth, power wrapped around vulnerability, a monster learning slowly and painfully what it means to protect something fragile. Season 2 that tears all of that open, a Magic Academy arc, dangerous new enemies, and a deepening mystery around the legend of the false hero threaten everything Clevetus has built. The bond between him and Alicia and the little Luna was never going to be stay safe forever. And this season it finally gets tested, the most feared monster in the world, the one thing he cannot afford to lose. In number 1, we have Melisande the Merciless Maiden. Now for the fans who wants to see the enjoy crazy psycho little girls like Tanya from Saga of Tanya the Evil and also a reincarnation story, then what I have for you a whole year might satisfy your watch. Melisande the Merciless Maiden shows us that instantly body to absolute master, the monster inside transformation, and it does it all with a female and main character who already peaked their level from the start. Mia is originally a sickly noble little girl on the verge of death, but her body was taken over by the soul of a legendary warrior who literally killed a god. And on the outside, she is a fragile noble girl, but inside she is a battle-hungry monster who wants to fight the strongest opponents again. Instead of learning to become strong, she is already at the TP top and she's just stuck in a body that shouldn't be really able to handle the immense power level that she currently has right now. And that's it. If you found something new to watch, make sure to smash that subscribe button for more anime related content and news just like this. If you want to know the most highly anticipated returning anime of April 2026, then click the left video. And if you want to know the top 10 most anticipated new anime of 2026, then click the right video and I will see you there.